Hi everybody, it's Tayla here with another video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I personally just got off work. That's why I look like crap right now. Sorry. Couldn't do really a makeup touch up. So, like my eyeliner isn't that perfect and stuff like that. So, sorry about that. I don't get a lot of times nowadays to be able to make a video. So sometimes I kind of take the opportunity when I can. You see, my boyfriend, I get kind of shy when I'm actually making the videos. I know that sounds kind of weird. I'm not shy about people watching the video, but making it, it's a different story. I don't know why. It's just weird. But anyways, I kind of wanted to talk about my job that I've recently, started for a mobile company. Not recently. It was back in November. But it's been going okay. There's been some rough parts here and there, but the one thing that really is tough to deal with is people when they call in pissed off about something that they try to blame us for when it's not our fault. You know what I mean? And it happens a lot. A lot. Come on, seriously, people, how can you guys... And sometimes it's over ridiculous stuff, like $20 or something like that. They think they were cheated out on, and they weren't, because they didn't read some type of term or condition. Or this call. This happened one time. I had a customer call in, pissed off because I wouldn't let him access an account that did not belong to him. He was not an authorized user, wasn't even in the same state. Guy wanted to know, said that he takes care of this elderly lady, right? Okay. And he's like, she's my best friend and I take care of her and I can't get a hold of her today, he says. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, I need to know if her service is active. And I'm like, why do you need to know that? And he said, because I help her and take care of her. And I need to know this information. And I said, well, if you help her and you take care of her, then why are you not an authorized user on the account? Oh, because I am supposed to be. They should have added me. I'm sorry, but you're not authorized, and I'm not giving you any information about this account. I'm sorry, but you can have her call you, or you can email her, you can do something, but there's nothing I can do to help you. I'm sorry. And he went off. He even asked for a supervisor, right? And I was like, okay, I can get you a supervisor. By the time the supervisor was able to take the call. It's a joke. Anyways, they end up hanging up 9 times out of 10 because it takes forever to get a hold of a manager whenever you ask for one. Or let me think here. Oh, there's one other time. Oh my gosh. Alright, so we have this thing called, and this was that actual Nether representative that works with us, but it was a sales agent, and I'm a billing agent, and so I had this person call in, right, and it was on a customer's phone, and the customer was the first person to answer. I verified the account. This person, so we have this thing called this multi-line service discount where you can get all your 9 lines for $29.99 if you have one or more lines. Well, during that time frame, they didn't offer it for pre-existing customers, right? And it's very clear on how that works. And the sales agent the customer was like, well, why didn't it convert? I said, well, because you're not qualified. So, and he was like, well, that's not what the sales agent told me. And I was like, okay, well, where's your sales agent? And he was like, right here, actually. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, go ahead and put them on the line for me, please. And they were like, sure. So he hands the phone over. This lady starts going off on me right off the bat, saying, why is this not this way? It's supposed to be this way, yada, yada, yada. And I said, no, that's not how it works. I said, it works this way. You have to, yada, yada, yada. And she goes off on me, calling me a liar, and ends up asking for my supervisor. Mind you, we had these things called PIDs where, like, we're supposed to give, you know, if it's a communication between one customer or one agent to the next, you're supposed to reveal what your agent ID is. Well, I asked her for it, and she said, no, I'm not giving that to you. I said, why? She said, because I'm on the customer's phone. I said, that doesn't matter. And she refused to give it to me and asked for my supervisor. I'm like, oh, you want to talk to my supervisor? Mind you, my team is the number one company in the call center. Like, out of all the teams, we're the best, and our manager is brutal. You know what I mean? Like, she requests us to give us this information so she can chew these people out, essentially, because, like, she hates it whenever we get wrong information from these people, especially the salespeople. And mind you, if you ever buy a cell phone, ever, call the billings department first. Talk to them, because they deal with all the backlash of, like, all the sales agent and other people that are, like, trying to collect a commission off of you and collect money because you don't actually read the fine print, because it'll say all the charges in the fine print, and then you get your first bill and it's like 3 times as much as what you thought, and it's like, why? Well, my recommendation, anytime that you make changes like that, call the billing agent for that company, because they deal with the backlash of everything that a salesperson does. just a heads up, you know what I mean? And it'll save trouble for the billing agent, yourself, and you can kind of, you'll be like, no, that's not what I was told, to a sales agent. And then you can kind of be like, hey, you know what I mean? You're giving me wrong info here. I've already called about this. And then you can, like, call them and find out and escalate it if you need to. Escalate it in the beginning instead of the end, because it's a lot harder to fix problems whenever the problem already happened. It's better to fix it right off the bat. Anyways, so the sales agent tells me no, and then she refuses to give me her ID, her agent ID, and asks for my supervisor. So I say, okay, let me go get them on the phone. So I was listening to them, because I don't mute people. I don't put them on hold. I just mute them so they can't hear me. Well, I was hearing her, and she was dogging me over the phone with the customer in the store about how Spectrum billing agents aren't blah, 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 know what they're talking about, when in fact she did it. So I got off and I said, hey, while we're waiting, I just want to let you know, because we have this thing called Copilot where you can look up, like, if you don't know an answer, and she has access to this. I said, hey, just to let you know, here's a Copilot article. It'll take you directly to what I'm specifying. And she refused to take that, refused to do her own research, and still requested her supervisor. So I placed her back on mute, still cursing me out with the agent. And then I hear her say, you know what, screw her. I just go ahead and hang up. I'll get it figured out and taken care of, because obviously she doesn't know what she's talking about. I was like, ugh. So I got the call details and the call information, and I handed it over to, you know, my leadership, and they said that they're getting it sent off to the VP of the call center, to make sure that store and that representative would receive some sort of coaching on how to handle it. Because what? You're telling, it's normally $45 a month, and you're telling everybody that they're about to get their phone service for $29.99, and they're wrong. And it's like, you're gonna have a lot of pissed off people if you do that, and it just drives me nuts. But anyways, that's my life as living or working in a call center. It almost feels like I live there sometimes with as many. I don't work a lot of hours, but man, just the amount of people that I talk to, I get like 55, 60 calls a day. So it's like, ugh, craziness. Anyways, I thought I'd just kind of, make a little video because I, wanted to. Alright, I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and bye.